reflecting on the past year to prepare us to set intentions and goals for the new year is one of my favorite things to do. And in this video, I'm going to show you how your tarot cards can help you do that.
Welcome to the Happy as Annie YouTube channel. Let's talk about tarot.
Something that really helped me get better at reading tarot cards as spreads and entire stories was to find cool tarot spreads online and try them myself. So in today's video, I'm going to go through 5 end of the year reflection tarot spreads and also talk about some different ways to do these tarot spreads that you might find online or that you might find in a book. For example, sometimes people ask, do you turn all the cards in one spread over at the same time? Or do you have to shuffle between each card in the spread? So as we go through these 5 year-end reflection spreads, we're going to go through some of the different ways you can shuffle, draw cards, and interpret cards one at a time before turning the next one over, or interpreting them all at the same time, stuff like that. Ready to get started? Here's the first tarot spread I'll be showing you.
The very first spread we're going to do is the past year reflection spread by one of my favorite tarot sources online, Emerald Lotus Divination. Now, one way you can do a spread is to do all your shuffling at first, and then when you're ready, you pull however many cards you need in the spread. This spread by Emerald Lotus Divination requires 6 cards. So you can see here, I'm done with my shuffling and I'm just drawing 6 cards from the top of the deck and laying them face down. And here's what each of the positions or 6 cards represents in this spread. Now, one way to do it, and this is the way I like to do it, is to turn over just 1 card at a time in the order the spread tells you to do so. Then, since you're reading tarot cards for yourself, I think journaling is a must. Journal your interpretation of 1 card at a time, really dive deep, and when you're done, then turn over the next card. And do this 1 card at a time until you've done the entire spread. Here's the second end of year reflection spread. I love this one because it's a really cool shape, which is always fun to do. This is the Year Ahead Tarot Spread from tarot.com. Now this spread requires 7 cards total, and it's kind of a funky order, so here's how you do it. Card 1 goes here, followed by card 2, leave some space in the middle. Card 3 goes on the bottom. Card 4 goes across it at the top. 5 goes back at the bottom. Now 6 goes across up at the top. And your final 7th card goes in the center. And here's what each of those positions represents in this spread from tarot.com. Then, just like we did with the last spread, turn over each card one at a time in the order indicated by the spread. Take some time to look at the card, interpret its meaning, keep the question or position in mind so you're not interpreting cards in a vacuum here, right? For example, to interpret the Fool here, you're not just going to say, the Fool, time for new beginnings, trust the universe, take a leap. You're going to think about that, but you're going to go back to the position or question the Fool is answering or what the Fool is representing in this spread specifically. And you're going to alter your interpretation with that in mind. Now, of course, you may not want to turn over just 1 card at a time. And in fact, a lot of tarot readers do the entire spread face up all at once. And that's the way we're going to do this next spread, which is the New Year's Tarot spread by My Wandering Fool. This one also requires 7 cards. Now, why might you want to do it this way? Well, a couple cards might be linked to one another, and it helps to kind of have a bird's eye view and look at everything all at once. For example, numbers 5 and 6 in this spread seem to be related. 5 asks about upcoming obstacles, and 6 asks how to deal with those upcoming obstacles. So it might make more sense for you to think about and journal on those two cards, for instance, together at the same time. I don't know if you're familiar with the traditional Celtic cross tarot spread, but sometimes in spreads, one card will be laying over or cross another card. And that's another reason not to lay it out the way you see me laying it out now, because it becomes awkward to have to dig out a card underneath the other card and then just kind of mess up your spread. So the spread I'm going to show you now is another good one to turn over the cards as you're dealing or drawing the cards. The spread I'm going to show you now is from Labyrinthos, and it's the New Year's Planning Tarot spread. Now, sometimes when I'm reading for myself, especially and journaling, I actually shuffle in between each card. So I pick the first card, I do my journaling, exhaust all interpretation, meditation on that card, and then I'll shuffle all over again to pick the second card. Then I'll journal about that card, and when I've completely exhausted everything in my mind so far on here two cards, then I shuffle all over again to pick the next card. When I'm doing a self-discovery spread and really digging deep, this tends to work well for me because I'm giving myself pause to journal, and then the shuffling kind of puts me back in the pulling another card mode. Again, it's totally up to you. The previous spreads we did, we shuffled up front and then just pulled cards back to back. But some people like to do a quick little shuffle in between each pull. So try it both ways and see what feels good for you. All right, for our fifth and final New Year's Tarot spread, we have a mega 12 card spread by Biddy Tarot. Another way to do a spread, especially a kind of reflective self-discovery spread, is to journal your thoughts and answers to the questions before you ever even pull a card. Tarot is just a window or mirror into our inner wisdom. And to prevent the cards becoming a sort of crutch or replacement for your own inner wisdom, she suggests answering the questions first. Then in your journal, leave some space for you to then pull the card for each question and add onto your own insights. So tarot doesn't replace your own intuitive feelings. It adds to it and lets you dive deeper. So that's what I suggest doing for this Biddy Tarot New Year spread.
Thanks so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you have a great time reflecting on 2020. There was definitely a lot to learn this year, and I hope you are able to look forward to all the magical possibilities that 2021 has in store for us. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe because I have plenty of more tarot content headed your way. Thanks a lot, and if I don't see you or chat with you in the comments below before then, Happy New Year.